off. You guys are on the ship. I remember that you guys were going to Stone Stand, correct? Yes.
Let me see here. I think you're right, but
yeah,
I should have watched
yeah.
the video.
Because you guys were at Grandfather Tree last time.
Yep.
And you guys encountered some Tree Ghost Uthgar barbarians. The first time you've encountered Uthgar barbarians, and they weren't hostile. The leader of that little band that you talked to knew of One Stone. I might have misinformed you because I think I said they occasionally go there. They do not go there. That is territory of the Blue Bear tribe, and they've disappeared a long time ago. There's been no sight of them. Like it, and when they're the guy now, when he said when they're in the Blue Bear's territory, they don't see any sign of them, but they don't go to the Spirit Mound because it's supposed to be haunted.
And Grandfather Tree, that's where we were.
Yeah, and then what I say, Stone Stand.
Stone Stand, and that's let me draw a little arrow there, so we have that. Yeah, right like that. Get back there. I'm doing all the niceties here to make us look like we know what we're doing, even though we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for meta purposes, like I said, in the adventure, they actually have a chart going point to point and showing the distances between each location from each location. I'm just going to the shortest one each time as we do this. The map. Pardon me?
Silvery Moon.
Pardon me?
Just stop by Silvery Moon.
Oh, you can stop anywhere you want.
Yeah, it's nearby.
You can go anywhere you want, man. It's.
I don't know why we would, but we could.
Your game, your ship.
Yeah. Fucking hey, let's go to Chope.
You could, anytime. Well, probably after if you want to be best, but you got a ship right now. You can go anywhere you want.
Yeah. I hear it's lovely this time of year.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be their dry season right now.
Oh, okay.
So it wouldn't be too bad.
So which places have we already covered?
Let's see here. I'll go ahead and I'll draw.
We did Flint Rock.
Little circles. We did
Warblood Cavern.
Yeah, we did that.
Let's see here.
Grandfather Tree.
Where we're kind of at right at the moment, sort of, kind of. We did.
And what's it? White, something white.
Shining White?
Shining White, yeah.
We did the Great Worm Cavern. Shiny White.
Okay, if I'm reading this correctly, we've got Bear Rona's Well, Raven Rock, and Morgor's Mound. Or Stone something.
Yeah, and Stone Stand. Yeah, those are
That's where we're heading, isn't it?
Yeah, Stone Stand is the next one. And then according to your guys' map, because you guys can be all on the deck of the ship doing this, right? In fact, let's do that. Let's,
we're standing on the deck looking at a map.
And it's warm, like the ship is warm, like you said, with the furnace and stuff.
It'll.
And Harshnag's, or not Harshnag's, but Garl's map that he made from Harshnag's map is quite accurate. Like Harstag's original map was surprisingly accurate. Like, it's got some good landmarks on it, and things that may not make sense to you at first, but as you're flying, you're like, oh, no wonder why there's like that Triple Peak Mountain or whatever, right? You can clearly see. And from the looks of it, Stone Stand would be the next. From Stone Stand, it would go to one stone, and then to Buren as well. And then what's left? Just Morgan's Mound, I think, eh? Or Morgar's Mound? Because you guys have so far, you guys got the Broken Shield, that was a gong. The Broken Mask. The oh yeah. Oh, the Torque.
Yep.
Which the Torque, after more examination, you figure it probably isn't a Torque. It looks like it's actually like with the runes written on it and everything like that. It's actually like a nose ring.
Oh, damn.
A giant sized nose ring.
Okay.
Nice.
A bit goth.
Trying to think of what else you guys have. There's something else.
And let me. Right there. See.
What did you guys? Oh, that's you guys just got the Torque at Grandfather Tree.
I think that's about it. That I can remember.
Okay, you guys got the list there. Where the first place you guys went was to Wormblood Cavern. You guys got the shield,
Yep.
Broken Shield, and then you guys went to
Shiny white.
Shining White. Yeah, and that's where I think the mask was. Because that was like the big white pillar of stone and yada.
And then we went to Flint Rock.
Yeah.
Rock.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember exactly then.
How about we make this the last one? We don't have to get them all. We just have to get one, really. But, you know, we wanted us variety.
And it hasn't actually been like that long. It's only been like 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 or 5 days that you guys have been out collecting. It hasn't even been like a 10-day or nothing. So, you know, you guys haven't really wasted any time. You guys have been like use it more or less of an excuse to you know, just putt around. Do some sightseeing, do some exploring.
To spread our greatness throughout the lands with the mighty bard silent singing our accolades.
Yes, well,
Huh?
it's a good place to practice, but I'm afraid with the cold wind, I have to be careful. I might get a chill, end up coughing, and I won't be able to sing.
And as Michael said, you guys are near Silvery Moon. So,
If we have a reason to
Yeah.
stop by. But, I mean,
Yeah.
but it's right there on the map. Let's buy it.
Well, when we get done with Stone Stand, maybe we'll dock in there, resupply, and do whatever touching of flesh that we need to do in Silvery Moon.
okay, slow down there, Sleepy Joe. Holy. That was quite the Garls just guy just makes a lot of assumptions.
That's all right. We're all friendly here and like a good innuendo and adult.
um, you fly. I think it's to the northern edge, the high forest. They said the snow around here is early. The trees haven't even lost their leaves. So underneath you on the forest, you can see the rolling white canopy of the forest, underlighted by the almost black of the green canopy underneath. You can see through the gaps. The high forest is an ancient forest, so it's quite a spectacular sight to fly over it. When you guys are
Early pine, like firs and such, or is it?
I think it's both.
Okay.
Like right now I think you guys would actually be in like the deciduous area. I do. But yes, it is deciduous because as you guys are approaching the location on the map, you can see again where there is a disruption in the canopy. You can tell is a clearing. As you approach and you get closer, you can see this one again has a massive oak tree in the center. Not nearly as big as grandfather tree. But you can see it's like a junior to that great entity that you just visited. For it has the same giant leaves as one of the giveaways. But it's very similar to the grandfather tree, but smaller on scale. How it has like it's on a center mound, and as you get closer, it looks like there's a ring, and on the ring, it looks like that there is what is it? Is it 4 trees or? I'm so bad at remembering my description. I hate skimming to read. Fuck. Crazy train. My cord is
Going
caught.
off the rails on a crazy train. That one?
Yeah, I just heard
That's a good song.
Yes.
Other than I've been playing guitar for like 30. I don't know, 30. How old am I for? It's like 37.
Hey guys, I
8.
gotta step away for a little bit.
Oh, do it. I gotta check this description.
Okay.
And I'll be back.
Announce yourself when you return.
All right, I will. Hopefully it won't be too awful long. It shouldn't be.
Suddenly, Garl disappears. And we don't know where he went,
We're used
which
to
is
that.
slightly freaking us out.
Yeah, it's like I've literally been playing guitar for like 39 years. I still can't get that end lick in that solo.
Is it difficult, Lick?
It's the last one in the solo, so he does like the tapping section, right? And then this part where it just goes at the end, it's just it's so hard that I just cannot do that at all. He plays like, what is it? 8 times 3. He plays like 24 notes in that. Like,
Wow.
can't play that one. Like, I'm not a fast person to begin with, but I have like enough experience that like I can at least fake fast stuff. You know what I mean? And I just cannot play that end. I can fucking play the rhythm section just like Randy Rhoads. I can do the majority of the solo very, very well. But I fucking shit the bed every time at the end. I just
Oh,
no
dear.
matter how much I practice it, and I've literally been practicing that song since like 1981.
Wow. Well, you'll get it eventually.
Well, I doubt it. I'm just getting slower now because I'm getting older. I'm
Could be
almost
that as well.
50.
Yeah. Damn pity. Wow.
Oh, there's a thought I always live by. No matter how good I am, there's always a Chinese kid that can do it better than me.
Oh, I know that. It's just my own personal thing that it pisses me off that I can't do it.
Yeah, I know that. It's your own goal. Well, own kind of
Because
goal.
it's not
and you
even
just
like, I mean,
can't reach it.
because people could do it all over the place, right? Like, I bet you I know like at least 3 people who could nail that solo, right? But just one thing, I've never been fast. I've never been a shredding kind of guy, which playing music, especially learning to play guitar. When I learned to play guitar, like, 1980s, whatever, and being a headbanger, like being a metalhead, was like, if you couldn't shred, you couldn't play. Do you know what I mean? Like because think about all the guitar players and all the bands, like how they play guitar. Is now when you're starting to learning to play guitar, should you really be like trying to study like Iron Maiden and like
If you want to go into that genre, I'd imagine yes, you should.
when
but
you're starting?
when you're
That's
starting,
totally
that might be a bit advanced.
That's what I'm saying. Like the music that I was that me and my clique and whatever, just high school 1980s, the music that was around was like such a high bar for someone who wanted to be a musician that it was like very discouraging in a way.
I can see why.
So that's why, me personally, I'm a huge AC/DC fan. Because of not Angus Young, the lead guitar player, but late Malcolm Young, God rest his soul, the rhythm guitar player. He is like the quintessential rhythm guitar player, rock and roll rhythm guitar player. He's not the guy that got me to want to learn how to play guitar. He's the guy that got me to continue playing guitar. Because he was the guy who's like, man, all you got to do is just lay it down like a fucking sledgehammer, and it sounds so cool. It doesn't have to be fast, or,
Yeah. And that was a good song, Sledgehammer. Really enjoyed that. Peter Gabriel, I believe.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Love the animation for that music video. Done by Aardman.
Oh, is that who?
Yeah, you know the people who did Wallace and Gromit? They did that music video. And the chicken section is done by Nick Park, who invented Wallace and Gromit. So, bit of a weird connection. They were still a damn fine music video.
Yeah. Huh. I didn't know that. That it was such a... I mean, it makes sense, right? Like...
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, even look at, anything like that, if you're good at it. Like, look at 1980s. Like, really, all the great movies in the 1980s, they're done by, like, what, 4 directors,
Yeah.
Like, there's Ramos and Spielberg and, Lucas and, like...
Where were we again? Besides reminiscing about 80s music.
I'm just terrible. I'm trying to look for the...
We were talking about music licks and...
No, I know. I'm looking for the description here.
Ah, okay.
What's the stone thing look like?
I'm guessing it has a stone in it.
Well, it, like I said, it does have a massive oak tree in it. Not nearly as big as a grandfather tree, but you were told that it was like it's like if you had a druid here, it'd be cool because it was like a cutting from the grandfather tree that was planted
Ah.
and took root. What's it called? Standing stone. Oh, stone stand. Right. Yeah.
Sounds like we should come upon a dolomite.
Well, that's because it confuses me. I'm like trying to. I know it's a tree, but it's called stone stand. So I'm trying to think. Why is it? Like I don't.
Could be a stone tree.
A stand of stones? I mean, let's just think. It's probably a Stonehenge type thing. So
Yeah.
stone stand. It's a standing stone. It's a standing stone.
It doesn't matter if there's a tree there, just sounds like it should have stone, or probably had stone many years ago.
The ravages of time, the wind and the rain, have eroded the stones down to mere rocks, hunks of gravel, sand, dust in the wind.
Yeah, it takes a while though.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
Okay.
some Stone Age stones have been standing for years.
Yeah. Okay. Just as I thought, it's there's just stone cairns that surround. The tree stands on a hill, and the hill is surrounded by stone cairns, which is just rubble, isn't it? Or is it actual standing stones? Cassie or Spark? And you know, totally looks isolated as you guys come drifting over top of the forest. And like you guys are clearing the trees. You guys are quite high up. You guys are at least like 60 feet up. To be like just skimming the canopy. You guys actually come down. You guys actually knock the snow off the trees underneath you with the runners as they.
I want to usually, just pay attention to how they operate it. I want to learn how to fly this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, it would be another day. You could roll again. It's in intelligence check, a DC of 15, and I would give you advantage because, like I said, you're getting
Why?
help. Would you roll?
I don't know. I have a dice app and it came up something. Okay,
Oh,
either a 10 or a 18 if I have advantage.
Yep.
18.
You are pretty sure you got it. And that's like upstairs, downstairs too, right? Like, you know that you need 2 people.
Yeah.
Or 1 fast one. Because
we're talking some flash style fast.
Yeah, because well, really, it's just the furnace with the containing the fire elemental controls your vertical movement, and the below deck chamber with that lever controls your speed and turning.
Okay.
because you don't have to rely on the wind, right? Like you can
Yeah.
on a calm day, this thing does 8 miles an hour.
Okay, I mean, it's better than walking.
Oh,
And
it
it's
is.
it's better than walking, and it's as the wind blows. I mean, it's as the crow flies instead of
Yeah.
going around on the ground, which is faster, indubitably.
Yeah, and that's there's even like the deck hatch is like kind of right behind the furnace hole. So like if you're there operating it, you can like have the hatch open and be communicating to the person underneath for like speedy maneuvers and stuff like that. Like the hull itself does have portholes in it. So the person below deck has some sight, but not you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
but
the yell.
yeah, but it pretty much they pretty much do it with like 3, one on the furnace, one below, and then a third one like kind of just observing on the bow. Garl's always up in the balloon, so it's technically 4, but takes 2 to fly it pretty much.
Okay.
4 to there's Dragon Cult. There's always 4 on duty. Trying to think of what else there is to tell you about it. Not much. That's really it. It's I don't know why it's such a like D&D. Like I hate that saying, but back then, people were like not mechanically inclined or something. Like an intelligence DC of 15. After a day, and there's like 2 levers.
Yeah. Okay. This goes up, that goes down. Well, I mean, it could be like more of a feel thing, like how much you press it, how long you hold it down for. Like you go.
That's true. That's true. Knowing how to drive a car is different than driving a car.
Yeah. I mean, like gas, brake.
Yeah.
Steer.
This one's go. This is stop. This is turn. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little more complex than that. Okay, it's not any more complex than that, but it's. I don't know. I mean, like.
Either way, though, you got it. So you could like fully replace a crew member if you had to. What about you, Silence? Because you guys have been on this thing for a few days. Would you have bothered picking up on how to operate this ship?
I imagine so, yeah. Just occasionally
Okay.
watched them. I mean, gets a bit boring just doing maintenance, trying not to get a cold.
Yeah,
Keeping my
and,
eye on the other teammates so they don't do anything silly. Lost sight of Garl, though, so I'm getting a bit panicked.
well, he's always up on the balloon.
Yes, but still, it's Garl. You have to be careful.
Well, that's the thing. He he's up on the balloon, but you'd never see him.
It's still Garl.
Yeah,
He'll get
yeah.
up to something.
So if you're interested in trying to learn this thing, then roll an intelligence, and you can add your jack of all trades because it's an ability check. So add your intelligence modifier to your jack of all trades and roll a die 20.
Okay, hang on a minute. What was it? Where did I put it? Okay. Hang on. Normal D20. Wasn't really paying attention. Only got an 8.
Yeah. You're just passively trying to absorb it. You're kind of like, yeah. You at least see that Nicodemus has gotten the hang of it and is a little excited to like be bringing it in.
Yeehaw, watch me fly this thing.
Yeah.
Look, no hands.
The like I said, it looks very like this clearing with this hill with this tree surrounded by cairns. Looks very desolate. Again, the tree has like caught most of the snow, so the ground below has snow, but most of it is in this tree. Where the other tree is like 250 feet tall, this one's like, you know, maybe, I don't know. I don't remember if it said the size, but a big tree, but not as big. And it stands atop this rocky hill. You hear the wind. Blowing over the tops of the trees. Through this clearing. Michael, would you want to fly the ship? Do you want to try to bring it in?
No, I would not. I would not like to fly this stuff. I don't necessarily want them to, the other people to, the crew to know that I know how to fly it. I was joking.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that I know. I want to pay attention and not seem like I'm paying attention. You know, like, "Arr!"
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. Where do you want them to bring in the ship then?
Yeah, bring in the ship. Can they lower it all the way down? Can we go all the way down?
Yeah, they can. It could, you know,
Fair enough.
it's not too windy or anything like that. They can probably, or they can bring it in. It won't be an issue.
Okay.
They do bring it in like kind of get it over the area, then bring it in straight down. They don't come in on the skids. They just come in straight down, slowly, but precisely. And you feel the moment that the skids make contact with the ground for the first time.
All right.
First time in a long time.
All right. Let us
Even
all.
Garl would feel that bounce on top of the balloon.
All right. So let's
Sheltered from the wind down here.
Yeah. Disembark. You boys, all hell Clough. Stay set up here and man it in case we need to make a quick getaway.
Okay, like, you know, two of them are already like throwing over like rope ladders and stuff. Gobble and Warville are putting on their cloaks and winter gear because off the deck it's not nearly as comfortable. But they're geared up and will climb down as well. The cultists do like their typical crew type things, right? Like winding up lines and doing stuff like that. But they aren't even really like how to say, like, interested in what you guys are doing, right? Like,
I'm
they're
back.
not. All right,
Cool.
Sorry it took so long.
that's all right. It wasn't that long. You guys just landed. They just brought the ship down, landed on the ground in this big clearing. In the center of it is a hill. On top of the hill is a massive oak tree, and the hill is surrounded by stony cairns. And you guys brought it in, landed. Everybody is cloaking up and putting on their warm clothes because off the deck it'll be much cooler. Nicodemus, Warville, and Gobble have begun disembarking. as you're climbing down from your position from the balloon, because you felt like the bounce of the balloon once the ship landed on the ground.
Alrighty. And Garl will move on down, get there. He'll go through the same method that he did last time. He's going to protect their backs as they go down, and then he's going to go down to meet up with them.
Okay.
Once everybody's down on the ground, I'll be like, hey, hold around. I think I know how to fly this thing now. So,
Oh boy.
Gobble just looks back at the ship over his shoulder.
Don't let them know.
Yeah. So, just FYI, if worse comes to worse, I mean, I could shout. It takes more than just one person, but I could maybe shout some directions and to the other person, and you get something going. But we could possibly go without them now. I'm not saying that we should. I'm just saying that we can. Like it's an option. All right.
Not
So
sure how I feel about that, but okay.
Yeah, it's an option that might work.
Yeah, I ain't saying that we do it. I'm just saying, if worse comes to worse and we need to get rid of the all hell Clouth gang,
We have options, yes.
yeah, we could still use the boat. All right, let's go check out this thing. Sneak
Crunch,
up on.
crunch, crunch. Your boots on this rocky, snowy ground. As far as you knowing how to fly it, if nothing else, it's a good kind of just insurance thing. Hey? Like, what if something happens and, like, literally, what if, like, a fireball on deck? Are they going to survive?
Well,
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, but it's good to know. If something happens to them,
huh?
You guys won't crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so onwards then.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Who's first? What's the marching order? Where are you guys going? What are you doing?
Heading towards the into the clearing where the standing stone is.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not much of a standing stone. It's just a big hill with a tree.
Garl
We'll go to the top of the hill where the tree is.
Garl will go first,
around.
and he'll be 20 feet out in front of him, looking, kind of stealthing, looking for any aggressive enemies or such.
Okay. No sign of life.
Okay.
It doesn't look like that there's been anything. In fact, the only thing you notice is that when you pass by the cairns, they blend in with the stone and the snow. But you can see that it looks like these cairns are have like heaps of bones underneath them. Like, again, ancient burial site. But you see all kinds of bones. Like ancient ones, right? Like, they're old, right? Like, it's not like there's new stuff here. Like, but there's animal bones mixed in with people bones. Like, you could just tell, like, that's just bones. Like, they must have brought everything sacred or everything dead, or who knows? Like, it's bones.
Man, they weren't picky.
No. Yeah, like, for whatever reason, it's just stuffed with bones, like, buried in these cairns. Like, you just see mixed in with the rocks here and there where it's exposed. Even like even like some of them are unidentifiable. It's just you can tell you're walking on old bones here and there. Just pieces of looks like stone until you step on them. As you guys begin to ascend the hill,
Okay.
um, you just have a feeling. Um, like
Nice.
I just want to read this. Like you have a sense of like all of this place is desolate. You have a sense of eyes upon you. You I'm not gonna make a perception roll or make you guys make a perception roll because you can see it. You kind of look like you're walking up this rocky hill and you're approaching this tree. And you can see the tree too has like exposed roots as grandfather tree. Again, not on such a big scale, but Garl, you look like you could. It looks to you like you could crawl under them. Your companions might have a harder time, but you could squeeze in there and look around. And you're just kind of you can see your guys' attention is kind of at the base of the tree and at the roots and kind of at your own feet. And you look up and standing at the top of the hill alongside the tree is an ethereal figure, translucent, dressed in like the furs and skins of of the barbarians, decorated with stones and feathers, and a big bear skin thrown over its back with the head of the bear over its face. And it's there long enough for you guys to see it, and then it's gone.
Okay, everyone on their guard. No one do anything stupid. I'm looking at you, Garl.
Carl is with his short bows scanning around with it there and saying, "Where'd that sucker go? Where'd he go?"
Don't know, but I have my holy symbol ready in case he appears and tries
See that?
anything.
Garl, is he actually coming out of stealth because it shocked him a little bit by being louder than as usual and saying, "Did you see that?"
I think we all saw that.
That ain't right.
Spirits, be wary, be cautious.
Don't burn anything.
Silence, you're almost sure you could even hear like the a rattle echoing somewhere,
Guys, I think I hear a rattle.
and maybe a voice chanting in a weird language, but it's almost beyond your. It's hard to tell with the other companions moving around in the wind, and it's just you can't tell if it's tricks you hear. And you guys could see that at the bottom of the hill, where your footsteps lead up, you could see a translucent woman in like an elk hide dress with beadwork,
Elf.
with beadwork along the neck and the cuffs, and she has a necklace full of like 6-inch long bear claws, like just around, and she holds a staff, and she points a finger at all of you, and she says something in a language, but she disappears.
Did anyone catch what she said?
No.
Garl will say, yes, I did. She said she
Oh.
wanted to be my next wife.
I highly doubt that. Did anyone else hear anything? Because I
Couldn't
hope
make-
that wasn't a curse.
I'm sure it wasn't. It's not a ritual, but that's okay. I'm going to cast tongues on myself.
Okay.
Always a good start.
Yeah, spell grants the creature you touch, that would be me, the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, which was me, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says. So I can speak to it and it can speak to me, pretty much. And unfortunately, it's not a ritual, so I'm losing.
What was that? It doesn't work because it's dead? Is that what you just said?
No.
Oh.
If it knows a language, it can understand me.
Okay.
And so I want to do that, and then I want to slow. The problem is that it's not a ritual spell, so it's going to cast a spell slot. Oh, that sucks. But still. So then I will slowly approach the top and see if she reappears again.
When you start going up to the top,
Huh?
you see the first one appears, and this one time, because you move up to the tree with purpose, he stands like in direct, like defense of it, like right in your path.
Yeah.
And he has like this shaggy blue or the shaggy bear fur over him with the head on his head, and his eyes look fucking mean. And he says, you are not Blue Bear.
I am not.
And when you respond, there is some surprise.
I am not of the bear tribe, but I am here on a sacred mission to help prevent the destruction of the bear tribe by the possibility of war with giants. In order to stop this, I need a giant artifact. from this area.
I'm here looking for a new wife, Carl will say. And I saw her just a minute ago. She was
Please don't do
tall
anything stupid.
And yeah.
Here lies the remains of the Blue Bear tribe. Here lies the remains of the prey and the game of the Blue Bear tribe. Here lies the bones of the enemies of the Blue Bear tribe.
Well, I know a warning when I hear one.
I do not wish to bother the bones of the Blue Bear tribe, nor of their enemies, nor of their game, nor of their prey. But is there an artifact of giant make in this area that would make this land more sacred by removing it, the giant made item, from this land of the Blue Bear tribe? Wouldn't a giant wrought item here desecrate the Blue Bear tribe?
The remains of an ancient enemy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
I would just read.
Here.
Oh boy.
Once was slain the enemy Gert. His remains lie here, and they cause us unrest.
Ooh, that's not good.
That's not good. Well, allow us to help you find rest. Point out the remains of these enemies, and we shall remove them from you, from this area.
An ethereal arm points
Uh-huh.
to under the tangle of roots.
I'll motion over to my friends and go like, there. He says, look there. But be respectful of all the other stuff. Garl, silence. Check that area. Gabo, stay back.
All right. Do a bit of careful digging. Hopefully don't disrupt any bones.
Bones everywhere.
Yes, well, I'll try to minimize disruption to the bones.
Well,
The ghosts?
at that point, Garl will do something he has not done in a while. He will let me
Make out with a ghost.
what that's a possibility.
I hope it
Oh,
kicks
I
your
thought you
ass.
said a goat.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He will he will go ahead and he's going to cast disguise self on himself as a very young blue bear child.
Mhm.
I think because he's using the spell disguise self, he can only go so much taller than himself. So he's going to a child of about appropriate height, maybe another foot taller. So that'd be a 4 foot kid, maybe a toddler in a giant's realm. Or these are barbarians, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, not giants. So
No.
then we'll say as a 4 foot, as a 12-year-old barbarian, blue bear clan.
Hmm.
Looking at and what he's going to use as his guide is looking at this being that he's speaking to and stylize his markings and such after that.
Okay. Yep. You can. This ghost is like,
Because Garl don't like ghosts.
yeah, well,
They do nasty things to him.
the ghost is menacing, but okay. I'm the DM, and you guys have done this to me so many times that I'm okay with it at this point, because it says basically, okay. It says basically anyone who approaches a tree within 30 feet, the thing comes out, and then this is what it does. It tells you its plight, which you don't understand because
Oh,
it's in its barbarian language,
Well, but I do.
right? And then so that does its frightful presence and attacks. But with the lore on ghosts, I don't know. I'm thinking if it communicates to you its plight, and you're like, hey man, I'm like totally receptive, we're willing to help. It's not gonna attack. You're the first one that's heard its story in how who knows how long.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and honest to God, I don't think ghosts would be too big of a deal for you guys. I don't think 2 ghosts, 3 ghosts, because it's yeah. I'll
They
let you
could
guys
be.
poke. I'll let you guys poke around. Like it's menacing. Like it's lurking. It's in and out of the ethereal, and it's like
Yeah.
And in fact, like you're sure that you see not one. There's like the one guy with the bear, the lady. You see another one which you haven't really caught a glimpse of, and then there's even a 4th one. But the 4th one,
Oh wow, 4 ghosts. Wow.
yeah, the 4th one, you never really see all. Like you never see all 4 at the same time. You only see like 1 at a time.
Okay.
The 4th one is like almost the freakiest because it's not even humanoidal.
Oh.
It's literally just looks like a wooden spirit mask trailing like long hair or something, and it just basically comes spiraling out of nothing, startling you guys that it's gone, right? Like, so it's almost like a like a wooden voodoo mask almost.
You
Garl,
like ask it raises the dead. Americans.
as Garl changes his appearance and with the direction from Nicodemus, Garl will kind of move around looking somewhat, but he's going to go up to the tree and he's going to put his hands on it and say, and tell it, be at peace, be at peace, be at peace. We're here to help you, ancestor.
He says we're here to help you. to ease your ancestors.
Yeah. He doesn't even respond. He's very, like I said, menacing, but is managing to rein in that hatred and rage, that because it's a ghost, and its story is playing out, which is what a ghost wants. Who's gonna go look under the tree?
Silence says, or said
Silence. You go in. The only
Okay.
thing you can see, if there is bones, that there is things. It's much tighter in here. It's not like the other one. The other one you could just walk with the occasional crouch. This one you're kind of having to crawl and hack, and it's when you get to approximately, well, when you can see the approximate center of it, the thing that you notice is that it looks like there's a boulder about 3-4 feet in diameter, and it's like so grown into the roots, but you're like, I don't know. The thing that draws your attention that it might be it is because you see that there are runes carved into it. You reach your hand out to touch the rune, just to feel the engraving on it, because it's like I said, it's tangled in roots, like it's barely exposed, but you can reach out your arm just enough where your fingertips can just reach and brush the runes, and you realize, ooh, that's not a boulder, that's bone. And you realize, oh, it's a giant skull
Ooh,
Oh dear.
with runes on it.
ooh, ooh. Yeah, that's
Oh my god.
that's it.
That's gonna be hefty to dig out.
It's a lot more work than you think that you can do on your own right now. It looks like a lot of work.
So time to slip back to the others.
Okay, you can wiggle out on your belly,
Tell 'em
wiggle
what I
out
found.
backwards. You guys can see, like, Silence. You can hear, like, the crunch of the rock and stuff as her feet emerge out from these roots, and she pulls herself out, stands up, brushing herself off. Tell him.
Oh, okay, guys. I think I found what we're looking for. It's a skull. Like, most likely a giant skull.
I'll ask the ghost, is this the source of your what did the soul said? I don't know. Is this what you want removed?
With a shriek, it screams, yes! And kind of flits away to the ethereal again.
All right, let's back this thing up, fellas. Let's remove from the tree area, go down the hill.
And
Respectfully.
let's dig it out.
Carl will jump back and say, "Cousin, don't do those things."
All right, the guy just confirmed that that's what he wants removed, so we're going to remove it before he possesses one of our bodies and hits somebody over the head with an axe.
So yeah, let's get moving.
Which, by the way, I do have proficiency in charisma saving throws. So does
I think we
Silence.
know that.
So there's a possibility that we could survive being possessed. Also, their frightful presence. I have wisdom saving throws too.
Let's not risk it.
I don't want to either. Not to mention, I could burn them at a pinch.
So
But,
let's
you
start
know,
digging.
Garl,
let's fuck out of here, fellas. This is what we came for, right?
yeah.
Yes, but I didn't come out with the skull.
Oh, you didn't? Oh.
No.
Garl will go after he said, "Don't do
Get
that,
out
Uncle."
of
He'll go on. He'll go towards the tree under there to the help with what the silence was talking about in whatever fashion he can. Still looking like that teenager blue bear barbarian.
Hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. I was picturing
I'm a
him.
bit
What
lost.
did you say, girl?
Garl, when the ghost kind of shrieked,
Yeah.
jumps back and says, "Don't do that, Uncle." And then with what Silence told him, he'll head down to where she was directing that it was and just
Yeah.
try to help her with that.
Yeah, you can see where she like pulled herself through, and like I said, where she had to like really claw and drag her way. You have a much more comfortable time.
And he's staying in that illusionary form of a blue bear teenager barbarian.
Hmm.
And he's going to just stay that way until it it runs out, which is good for an hour.
Okay. Well, you go in and you look, and you can see. Oh yeah, she's right. That does look like a skull. You could just tell from like you can't see the face of it, but you could just tell by the shape of it. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, it is a skull. And because I'm a little bit like gnomist, then I can't help but feel that like every gnome has a little bit of tinker gnome in him. Uh, you kind of see how it's grown in with the roots and buried. This tree's grown right over top of it. Like it looks like this thing's been here almost as long as a tree. Like it's grown in. That like you are assessing like the labor and because in the book it has 40 hours of man labor.
Okay.
Like it's in here. Like it's like you got a massive oak tree growing over top of it, right? Like uh especially without really disrupting the tree or the mound.
Garl
So
try
Do
to.
you have reduced violence?
Hmm?
Do you have reduced?
Reduce?
Reduce
Spell? Don't think so. I can make it look like it's been reduced, but I don't think I actually can reduce it.
That's not.
yeah, Michael's idea is to shrink it and then you can pull it out.
I get the idea, but I can
Yeah.
make it look like it's been shrunk, but not actually be shrunk.
Garl will be digging around the roots, trying to free them up, and each of the roots that he gets dug up a bit, and
Yeah.
that he'll if he needs to, he'll cut, but he'll try to reclaim each one of those roots and put into his or pieces of roots and put into his bag of holding.
Yeah.
Because
You can.
he has a scam he's going to try.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Say if I were to get a hold of it, I'm looking up the spell as we speak to see if this works. But say I then dimension door to a place. If I'm holding on to it, would I be able to take it with me through the dimension door and thus have it outside of the roots?
We would have to really read Dimension Door because
Uh,
I know you can take
Yeah.
a creature
Yeah.
that is like medium or smaller.
You teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range. You arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be a place you can see. You can, just right fucking over there outside of the dirt is what I'm looking for. Dating distances such as 45 degrees, whatever. You can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. You can
That might be
also
a problem.
I know the weight of it.
Okay,
Wait.
I have a strength of only 10, but I do have athletics, if that doesn't factor at all into it. I know.
It does not.
It does not. Okay, I have a strength of 10, which means how much can I carry? Oh, you're good on this.
150 is your.
You can carry without being encumbered.
I don't
51.
give a shit if I'm encumbered as long as I can carry it.
Yeah, that's
51 to
what
100
150.
pounds would put you encumbered.
Would 100 be my max, or would 150 be my max?
150.
150? Okay. All right. That's like max. Okay. Does the skull weigh less than 150 pounds?
It does.
Boom.
You might have to ditch some of your gear,
Okay, I may strip down naked.
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
we can watch out for your gear while you do it.
Oh, yeah. All right.
And I mean,
Sure,
and
no,
that's
what do they wanna do with
technically
gear?
just a game mechanics thing,
Yep.
right? But
Leave the beer behind.
All right, that's a 4th level spell. No, I'm not.
Girl.
I'm not dropping
Yes.
the beer.
so, girl, you're like cutting away roots, and you're kind of making away as much room as you can, and you can hear Nicodemus outside. Idea, because that's what my son says.
Okay.
Idea.
Idea.
You can see the light bulb go on. He's so
Yeah.
cute. He's only like 3. You just see the light bulb. He's just idea. He says. I like how he says it out loud. We're playing.
Well, at least he's
cards.
to the point.
Yeah. Well, no. It's really cute to me because I can totally visualize the light bulb over his head whenever he says it. We're playing monster trucks or something. He's idea. Turns around and grabs something. Idea.
Oh, so cute.
And Nicodemus is like idea, and he's like talking. So you're like you're like, okay, you're cutting out some space so he'll have a little bit more access to it, so he'll be able to get in here, grab it firmly, cast a spell. Everything you've been encountering under here is either wood, bone, or stone. And when you're like, you got like your dagger one hand and you're like cut a root, you're using that same hand, you like pull the root back, you hit something with your dagger kind of off to the side in the roots, you weren't really looking, and the metal of the dagger tinked on something metal.
Oh.
That gets Garl's ear perked.
Oh, okay. Let's check this out a little more.
Girl, so you go into these roots onto the right. There's a lot of like those like the like on the big roots there's the fine roots that are like hair, right?
Yeah.
There's an area like that where there's a lot of that hair and there's soil and some bones. But you're feeling, you reach in and you're like, you do grab something that's like metal and you got to work it out. And it seems like it's been here a long time as well.
Okay.
Just by how grown in it is. But you're able to wiggle it out, cut it out, work it out.
All
And you
right.
pull it out, and at first you're not sure what it is. You're like, is it a broken crossbow, or is it 2 crossbows, or is it a short bow? You're not even, like, let's put it this way, it's hard to even examine here under the tree.
Okay. Garl kind of say with a bit of glee on his voice, I got the artifact. I got the artifact.
Trust Garl not to pay attention.
And
Like,
he'll are my compatriots there in the same area around?
no, I would say you're pretty much under the tree alone. Silence might be under there. Nicodemus right now is like taking off
Okay.
like his like breastplate and
And
backpack and just because he thinks that he could haul that thing out using a dimension door spell. And you're just clearing some room so he could get in there and comfortably cast his spell.
Garl
And you just,
work his way back on out
yeah, you can scoot your way out.
with the item. And when
Yeah.
he gets out, he's gonna get out, stand up with whatever he thinks he found, and he's gonna push it up in the air. I found the artifact. I found the artifact. I am the hero. I am the grand discoverer. He'll be going on.
So Girl
Oh,
comes out
boy.
holding this thing up over his head, and again, you guys are like kind of get the same thing. You're like, what is that? Is that like a crossbow that's been smashed, or is it like a short bow? And Girl, you hold it up to your hands. It is about. You hold up your hands, and you're like, I got it, I got it. When you kind of shake it, if it's like a crossbow that's been smashed together, you almost think like it's loosening up and part of it's gonna fall or something like that. When part of it actually swivels out and locks into place, and then again, idea. Picture, if you will. You're a gnome, you could use a short bow.
Yep.
But now take two short bows, make them into an X.
Okay.
It's a gnomish crossbow. Get it?
Okay.
It acts as a longbow for you, and it's a +1 weapon, +1 to hit, and +1 to
Hey.
+1 to attack, +1 to damage, and it acts as a longbow. Has all the stats of a longbow, but and you can use it.
Problem.
What?
You're small, right?
No, he can use it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
He can use
It's a
it. It's a
bow
gnomish
for little
crossbow.
people.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like clearly like gnomish. Like you can tell that it's like just the way it. Like it like it's +1 too, so it's got some magic to help it too, right?
Garl will be saying that as he's shaking. You see the picture that our nice GM one laid before us.
Oh, to like fold it or unfold it is a bonus action.
Okay.
And it's pretty much that. Just take two short bows and cross them. Even how the string is connected, yeah, you're like, okay, well, that's some magic there. But yeah, it's...
We can go. Oh, you're stripping down, Nicodemus. What's up? You got some ants or fleas?
I'm trying to get my load down so I can carry. I got to get a firm grip on this, so I need to have like all my strength and muscles just for this big old thing.
Well, here. And Garl will hand you the bow or whatever he found that he's claiming is the artifact. Here's the artifact.
I don't think that's the artifact, man. I think it's a skull.
And that's a bit small for a giant.
Yeah.
Good
Right.
fit for you, but not for a giant.
It don't look like a skull. There was, I think, one back there. And
It looks like a giant stone now.
One, I love the fucking gnomish crossbow.
yeah. And if Garl hearing that it's not that, you'll hear the expression in his voice being let down.
And it snaps into place with the satisfying.
Okay. And he'll say, well, no sense of taking that back. And he'll he'll go ahead and rest it onto the side of his backpack, or not backpack, but his the side, the bag of holding he has, the shoulder strap that's with it.
Mhm.
He'll kind of fix it to that over across on his one shoulder, so
Mhm.
it's out there.
Mhm.
And he'll say, more digging, ain't it? And he'll sadly shuffle back to the tree.
Nicodemus,
Go.
by the time you're ready, you duck under. Garl's got it pretty much, like, a lot of the hanging roots and stuff cleared out. He's got like a nice little tunnel for you almost. When you get in there, I'll be nice and I'll say you can actually see the ship. So you could dimension door it right to the deck of the ship if you
Oh,
want.
that's not a bad idea. All right, I'll do that.
As simple as that. You get under there. Garl had it nicely cleared out. Bada bing, bada boom.
Boom,
Bing.
boom.
You are suddenly on
Yo.
deck of the ship. You cause some of the cultists to start. And
Don't worry, this is it.
yeah,
This is what
they
we
just
came
start,
for.
they do a double take, and they look. And now you get a good look at it. It is indeed a skull of a giant. And it is covered with runes that roll me an arcana or a religion.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I don't have either of those, but I do have an intelligence modifier. Woo!
A cleric without religion?
I was drunk during that part of the
Okay.
set.
Yeah.
Oh, it explains why you went for
That was
Bacchus.
a semester where we go for pints and drink beer. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So, I have no idea
Go
what
for
that
pints,
is.
play cards.
Total of 4. I have no idea.
Yeah, you don't know. Other than this thing gives you a
Creaky vibe.
and not just the look of it. There's more to it. It doesn't just look creepy. It's literally giving off, like, radiating bad vibes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Even you guys know, because I'd assume like Garl and Silence and Gobbo and Warvel are kind of picking up Nicodemus's stuff and heading
Yep,
back
we're
to
all
the ship.
carrying it back.
Silence.
I want to yell from the thing. Hey, yo, I got it up on the deck now. I yell at him on the deck.
You guys can hear him. And you guys notice that, like, well, number one, the ghost is gone. Like, ghost didn't come back. Ghost didn't, like, and
They must be at
and
peace.
the weight seems lifted from this place. That heavy feeling seems to be, like, immediately gone. Like it's now just an ancient tree in an old boneyard.
And before leaving, Garl's going to make sure he has 10 sprigs of the root.
Yeah.
And 3 handfuls of the dirt that the roots were in. And he's
Okay.
putting them in his bag of holding.
Yeah.
Because he has a funny little sham that he's going to try to bring out in the game at some point.
Can I crawl back down, or can I climb back down a rope to go back up there to talk to the ghosts before we leave?
You may, yeah.
I just climb back up and say, like, as I climb back up, one of them appears, or whatever, and like, I have removed.
They actually don't appear.
Oh. Okay, cool. That'll work.
Like they don't.
Well, let's dig around and see if there's anything else cool here.
Let's not disturb the bones.
No, I don't want to necessarily disturb the bones, but I don't. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Comes out loose.
Sneezing is not a sign of coronavirus.
Oh, thank goodness.
Who said it was?
No one. I thought it was at first. I was making jokes back in March when this first thing started that if I were playing in the NCAA basketball tournament, as soon as I caught the ball in the low post, I'd sneeze and then go up for a dunk. Fake sneeze.
Yeah.
And go up for a dunk because everybody's like, whoa.
No, instead of sneezing,
Not cruel of you.
just cough on the ball as you go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that worked too. Hey, man, we'd win the title. That's all I'm saying.
I'm very upset that there's, after all the fucking openings and all this stuff and all the yada yada and blah 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 and all the bailouts, fucking they're not gonna have a CFL season.
I still have my hopes out that the NFL will play. I have hope, but I have serious doubt that it'll happen. But I just came to a horrible realization the other day. I'm not going to have trick-or-treaters this Halloween.
Well, we don't know
That's
yet.
horrible because
It has not. Okay, we don't know yet. It's not happening. All right. No one's made a decision, but I'm just telling you, by October, it's still going to be bad. It's still going to be socially distancing.
Well, the shit's gonna hit the
no
fan by Christmas
parents-
time, yeah.
And no parents are going to take their kids door to door to strangers' houses during.
No, I know. What a bad idea at that time, eh? Like,
Yeah,
let's send all the kids in the city and send them to all the houses in the
Not happening.
Yeah,
And it's horrible because I loved trick-or-treating as a kid, and so as an adult, it is now my duty to keep that prospect going. And so I still sit on my front porch and hand out handfuls of good candy. I'm talking, I got the good candy, and every kid gets a handful.
Hey,
I don't just give out, here's a piece of gum. Like, I got often as a kid. I'm just like, here's a handful of fucking Hershey bars, bitches. Boom.
take this opportunity to adapt and overcome. Go ahead and do up a nice little candy bag, wrap it tight, put a bunch of them up on the table. You sit back on your porch and
then just send them out to the kids on the monster truck, or the remote control truck. Just put it on the truck, fucking drive it out to the kid. Here you go.
Put it on the table.
And kids aren't going to be trick-or-treating. Whether they're allowed to or not, parents aren't going to allow it. Whether
I know. But do you know what? Kids are fucking
except
lazy
for
anyways
skeptical
now.
parents, because I'm pretty sure the skeptical parents won't care.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of those around here.
Yep.
There's always some.
the
More here.
the ghosts are, like I said, are gone. Like that. The what you call it? The skull itself has a sinister vibe. When you guys do get back, it's still sitting on the center of the deck with the cultists kind of like
We brought
nervously avoiding it, like it doesn't have the same, like, it's not going to make the boat haunted is what I'm trying to say, like, because it was like an affront and whatever, I don't know, I didn't rate the fucking adventure. I don't know what the fucking reason is. Because if anyone decides to ever cast magic, it actually is like vaguely like necrotic.
Oh, I do have detect magic. I can do that as a ritual. You said it
Yeah.
would give me the creeps. I will do such.
It is. It's vaguely necrotic.
Okay.
Like it still has. It doesn't look like it's of any power. It looks like it just has like a residual.
What about his crossbow? Well, I got this.
It's a
detect magic.
+1.
All right. Well, I mean, ooh, look, your gnomish crossbow is magical, and then I want to check out the dragon cultists. Do they have any equipment?
Oh,
Yeah.
they might, but I don't know because it's.
Okay. Fair enough.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I would know. So it comes in the play. You don't have to tell me now, but if it comes into play, I would have known that they were wearing magic gear.
Like there's. Let's put it this way: as far as the book, nothing relevant. No, like maybe, yeah. Who knows with role play what I might end up pulling out, but no, nothing. They're just. It's not cultists with these items or anything. No, it's just they're just cultists.
Are they straight up like cultists?
Yeah,
Like Monster Manual cultists?
yeah, I think so. I'm sure that's what they are. Yeah,
Okay.
or maybe bandit. No, they're cultists. Yeah, they're totally cultists.
Okay.
Yeah, there's. It says they have their cloaks and their masks. After with some discovery, when everyone once gets to the ship, you can see like these are like necromantic runes. Runes.
Yeah.
It looks like it's again by looking at Garl's knowledge with the Jack of all trades bard you guys put together. It looks like it's a frost giant skull. And Gert. That also triggers. That's Harshnag claims that he has Gert's great axe.
Oh.
So historically that this is like an ancient like giant lord, right? Like
any frost giant skull. It is special frost.
Yeah.
I don't have to comprehend languages, or else I'd try that. How about you? Silence. Do you have comprehend languages? Could you try to read these runes?
Oh, they don't tell you anything. They don't even bother. Don't waste your spell. I'm reading and it just says necromantic.
I do have
runes.
comprehend languages, but if the runes say nothing to us, well, then they say nothing to us.
Yeah, it's just it just says necromantic runes. So from here, you guys either could go to one stone or forget it, or go to Silvery Moon, or do whatever you want, or I don't know. We'll call it an early day. I don't know. Whatever you guys want.
Well, I'd say keep going, but our hosts seem a little freaked out by the skull, so let's make it short.
Yeah, I'm okay with I think we've gotten enough.
Yeah.
Maybe just head back to the. I mean, I'd kind of like to go to Silver Moon, but I have no reason to go there. So, besides, I saw it on. Oh, look, Silver Moon.
And Gar will say, Silvery Moon? We can resupply and among other things.
Yeah, but at the same time, do we want to resupply while we have this skull?
Well,
That might be a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
I'll leave that up to you. But Garl, That's kind of his position. He's not thinking so much about the skull as skullduggery.
Yes, I think if this skull can freak out our immovable hosts, then yeah, probably best not to stop before we've dropped off what we found.
Because it's like 390 miles back to the Eye of the Allfather.
All right, let's see here. Boom. And I'll change the color on that one.
One stone is 165 miles away.
Oh, wow. That's fucking big. This area is huge.
Oh yeah.
And then let's see here. One stone, we'll go with a different color.
Oh, by the way, 100 years ago today, women won the right to vote.
Yay!
And no one will still vote for one yet.
Well, there's been many.
No, I know. And actually, lots this like the last round there you guys had.
Lots of famous women politicians.
Yeah.
I don't think Jeanette Rankin gets enough glory.
Well, even Canada had a female prime minister for sure.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
I
I
had a
just
female
blanked on her.
governor in my state back in the 80s. In the 80s, yeah.
Oh, why am I blanking on it? Because it was when Colin Thatcher left. What the hell was her name? Oh, I'm blanking on it. I'm totally drawing a blank.
I know Justin Trudeau and then Brian Mulroney.
Yeah.
Those are the two Canadian prime ministers I've heard of or can remember.
Yeah. Because Mulroney was like around Reagan's era.
Okay, that's probably why I know.
And they were kind of, and they're both conservatives, right? Like, so
Okay.
they got along all right. NAFTA.
Yeah.
That was Mulroney. It's a massive area with but that's why they give you the chart for all the distances as the crow flies, because it's like 20 hours to stand to one stone, weather pending, or like 390. I was like, whatever. 390 divided by 8. I don't feel like doing it. 40 some hours, anyways. Almost 2 days.
A long distance either way. All right,
You guys
so
are
we're
traveling.
heading.
You guys are traveling in quite good comfort, though.
Yeah, it's warm up here,
It's nice.
It's warm.
Comfortable.
It's dry. And then I should see how far it is from there.
Yeah.
And you said how many miles for back to the Eye of the Allfather?
I think it was like 390.
Okay, that's
There's
close
lots.
enough for
Yeah.
and there we go.
Yeah, from Stone Stand, it's 390.
Alrighty.
But if we go to one stone, the eye's 270 away. So it's only 40 miles longer. right? Yeah.
Oof. Oh well, back to the ivy all further. Dropping off our vines. I'm just thinking that wouldn't be a bad place to stop at the All Father.
Well,
Pretty sure I heard someone yawning.
if that's what you guys are gonna do, is just decide to go back to the Eye of the Allfather now,
Mhm.
then that
While
probably.
we're traveling, I'd like to point out to like Gabo.
Yeah.
Like just sit over and like, all right, see Gabo, see how he does that? All right, that's how we do that. So if I tell you, Gabo, push that button, that means you push that lever like that. All right.
Oh, you're gonna teach Gobbo.
Yeah, I want to teach Gabo how to fly so I could do the one thing and he could do the other thing as I, assist him like Gabo, do that, Gabo, do that.
So he can play captain.
Yeah, he could, yeah. He could, I could assist him, so he doesn't have to learn it. He just has to see what, if I give this command, that's what he does. So he has to, okay. So he doesn't really know how to have to fly it. He just has to know, like, the whys or where to force. He just has to get it. I don't know. He doesn't have to understand the avionics behind, the flying of the plane. He just has to say, when I veer left, when I tell you to veer left, you go, he doesn't have to have a greater understanding of it.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
Because that would probably be him doing spell check or skill checks in the moment, right?
Oh, but no, I don't want him to do skill checks in the moment.
Well, but that's what it would be, right?
Yeah.
You're like, hey, do this, and now it's like, hey, can I deliver, right?
To be fair, I'd say, yep.
Like that's like, yeah, he's got hands, he's got a brain, he's got all the ability to do it and to listen to you, but
his
that'd be, if he's not gonna learn it, if he's not learning it, I can't, like, how do I, like, yeah, it'd be a skill check in the moment. Yeah.
his attention span.
Yeah.
You hit the right button.
So if you're like, turn left, ding, 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 ding. Wait, your left or my left? I'd be like, your left. Okay, but when I'm talking to you, I'm facing this way. When look at the lever, I'm facing this way now. So I don't know. I'm blind. You wouldn't believe how many times the third one on the left is actually the fourth one on the right.
I picture Abbott and Costello. It's routine.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. People do not know left and right. Take it from a blind person. People get it wrong all the time. They get so confused. It's like, left, and I turn my head. No, right now. No, right. Well,
Your other left.
it's like you're terrible. Like, number one, don't use left and right because you don't know it. Number two, don't talk in relation to me. It's a map, right? It's a room, right? It's a map. Yeah. Where am I in the map? Where's the map? The map. Tell me about the map. Don't.
Right in front of me.
Yeah. Like, just, I don't know. Like, if I walk into a room, it's like, hey, where's the blah, blah, blah? Well, forward, I turn my head. Well, no, left, no, right. Well, no, just say, like, over here, over there, come in all the way, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's a map, right? Like, I can't explain it. It's
over yonder. You should use yonder more often.
Oh, I use yonder.
Hey.
Hankrin is another one I like.
How about holler? You ever been down in a holler?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, holler. Yeah.
Holler.
Oh, butcher's holler. Oh,
Yeah. Which, by the way, that Butcher's Holler is West Virginia. It's not Kentucky.
I know, but it's just one of my favorite hollers. So.
Uh-huh.
And I can't remember right now where the Clampets live. That's why
The
I'm not,
Clampets were from Arkansas.
yeah, but which holler?
Did they mention they're from
I
the
thought they did. I thought they did.
Well, you had Oxford, where Jeffro went to school,
Oh yeah, Oxford. Yeah.
as far as that. But
Never mind. I still refer to my cereal bowl as my Jethro bowl.
that,
Yeah. So if that's the case, that's the case. If you guys are gonna fly to the Allfather, we'll just call it there, and when everyone's here, we'll
sounds like a winner.
continue on with the plot
Sounds
from
like a
that
plan.
point. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's like the ghost. It says like the first one is just does this frightful thing, and then you attack and you kill one, and then another one appears until you kill 4. You never do 4 simultaneous. It's all just consecutive. I'm like, well, that's kind of like cool for like the story behind it, but just to sit there and like conveyor belt ghosts, that's not fun. I was hoping you were gonna do tongues. That's why I gave you. That's why I like gave the hint that like
Yeah,
I'm like
you don't understand it.
Yeah.
That's something. Oh well. Okay.
Yeah, because it only speaks like the barbarian language too. So it's like, well, no one's gonna have that language. But yeah, so I was really happy. I gave you that hint and you took it. I'm like, oh, right on. I didn't want to just conveyor belt 4 ghosts. I didn't see a point in that.
Yeah.
But talking to them, you get more out of a conversation, right? Don't you?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so weird.
While on the ship going on back, Carl will look for some of the wooden or tin cups that may be in the mess,
Oh yeah.
and he's going to try to snitch 10 of them.
Mhm.
And if he can, then he'll go ahead and get in a secluded spot, and in his bag of holding, he'll pull out those handful of dirt and put a little bit in each of the cups, and then
Yeah.
and put
The stop at Silvery Moon.
and put and put a root in each of the cups and soil, and then he'll put a little bit of water on each, and then put them back in his bag of holding.
I was even gonna say, I don't know if it would suit your purposes better or whatever, but be even more accessible is in the hold there'd be like empty crates and containers and that type of stuff too. So if you want to find like a flat container or a flat crate or
Yeah.
even hell, there'd probably even be like beer pots, right? Like clay beer pots. Like or
Empty grog, pony.
yeah, like there'd be containers of all types for like from the hold for sure. Yeah.
Get the
So
gist.
you're gonna get them started.
Yep.
Okay.
Man, I got a money maker now.
Interesting. Yeah, you can do that.
A heck of a present for my greenness when I return.
Still waiting for that invitation.
It's in the mail.
Oh, good.
It's going by baby purple worm carrier.
Ah.
Slower than snail mail. It's all underground. Oh.
Huh. No, that's cool. I like that girl. I never even thought of the consequences. That's now I'm just pondering. Like, nothing bad technically.
No,
In fact, almost seems like a good thing.
well, I would say it could be.
Well, shall we call it there?
Yeah. Well, that's I said. I said.
Oh, that was a fun session.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's
No.
quite the journey we took.
Yeah. I do. I just really like that you guys talked to the ghost. That was much more interesting. Yeah, there's so many like little things in the adventure that like a person could run adventures on. Like even just do it like I said, like the Blue Bear tribe.
Yeah.
They give you only a few sentences, but there's enough to like run a campaign on it. They're no longer around. Or are they? No.
Do we know?
Yeah. So
Oh well, food for later.
Yeah.
Well, I've no mind, so I'm going to cut it here because it's
Go.
getting a bit late here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like 11 o'clock there, right?
Yeah.
Yep. 10 past 11. Well, I've had a fun session. Everyone else stay safe. Avoid
right.
the virus like the plague.
Yeah.
I will not venture outside until this pestilence leaves the land. Oh no,
So-
I'll vow
so-
of solitude. Yeah, sure.
So everyone's like doing their homemade masks and stuff like that. And I'm out doing some errands and someone says to me, "Oh, what made you think of using a pair of ladies' cotton underwear as a COVID mask?" And I said to him, "What's COVID?"
Yes, good one. Anyway, it's getting late. I'm getting tired, so everyone stay safe. Goodbye.
Bye.
Right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Peace. I might as well go ahead and start making dinner too.
Yeah, go. I'm gonna go too.
All right.
I'm gonna
Peace
get
out.
some
Yeah, get some sleep.
guitaring in.
Oh, okay. All right. Peace, Charles.
All right. Later,
Aye.
guys.
See ya.
I'll have the video up after a bit.
All right.
Okie dokie, doggy daddy.
I gotta watch your other ones.
Let's see here. Well, not that. What is it? I'll take that. I'll take that down. Put that up there. Put this right here.